Hazrat Rabia Basri, R.A., was an extraordinary woman who was so deeply immersed in the love of Allah that she had no attachment to worldly possessions. She was so engrossed in her devotion that she even forgot about the idea of marriage. Rejection of marriage proposals. One day, a man sent her a marriage proposal, but she refused it, sending him a letter of rejection. Later, Muhammad bin Sulaiman bin Hashmi, the governor of Basra, heard about Rabia's piety and, impressed, sent her a marriage proposal. He told his messenger, "Go to Rabia and tell her that the governor of Basra has sent her a marriage proposal. If she agrees, I will give her all my wealth. I earn 100,000 dirhams every month, and I will give that to her as well. Furthermore, I am the ruler of this domain, so she will be given the status of a queen. There will be no shortage of servants, luxury, comfort, or ease. I hope she will accept my proposal." However, no worldly comfort, wealth, or luxury could sway Rabia Basri. She rejected the governor's proposal and told the messenger, "Go and tell him that I, Rabia, say, disinterest in the world is the cause of peace, while worldly desires are the root of restlessness. You have done everything for this world. Now, at least do something for the afterlife. Let your wealth not be inherited by someone else, but use it yourself. Otherwise, others will enjoy it after your death. If you must marry, choose someone else instead of me. Make it a habit to fast always, and remember that birth is for death." Rabia further added, "Even if Allah grants you many times the wealth He has given you, I would still not be pleased, nor would I accept your proposal, because I do not wish to be separated from the closeness of Allah for even a moment." Hearing this response, the governor was very ashamed and troubled. 3 conditions for marriage. One day, a man came to Rabia Basri and asked why she wasn't marrying. She replied, "I am not marrying for 3 reasons. The person who can solve these 3 problems, I will accept him as a husband." The man thought that women's problems were easy to solve, and that he would surely be able to solve them. He said, "All right, tell me your problems openly." Then Rabia asked 3 questions. 1. Will I be able to go into the grave with faith? The man was disappointed and said, "How can I answer that?" 2. Her second question was, "Will my scroll of deeds be given into my right hand on the day of judgment?" He replied, "Only Allah knows that." 3. Her third question was, "After the judgment, will I go to paradise or hell?" Hearing this, the man exclaimed, "Only Allah can answer these 3 questions." Then Rabia said, "So why do you people bother me about marriage? I am engrossed in these worries. I don't want to take on another problem by accepting a husband." Discussion with Hassan Basri, R.A. Once, the renowned Islamic scholar Hazrat Hassan Basri, R.A. asked Rabia, "O Huzur, do you not desire marriage?" Rabia replied, "Huzur, one who has a body needs marriage, but I have no body. This body you see is not mine. I surrendered it to the Creator long ago. Therefore, ask him about my marriage." Hearing this, Hassan Basri was astonished and ashamed. After that, he never spoke to Rabia about marriage again. Rejection of a gift. One day, a wealthy man brought some gifts for Rabia Basri, but he hesitated at her door. At that moment, Hazrat Hassan Basri, R.A., arrived in front of Rabia's house. He saw the man and asked, "What are you doing here?" The man said, "Huzur, I have brought gifts for the great lady Hazrat Rabia Basri, but I don't have the courage to give them to her. If she rejects them, Huzur, if you recommend me, perhaps she will accept them." Hassan Basri went into Rabia's house and conveyed the man's message. Rabia looked at him and said, "The person who associates partners with Allah and disparages him, yet Allah does not stop his sustenance for him, nor does he put him in trouble. While the person who drowns in the love of Allah and forsakes everything of the world, Allah does not keep him hungry. This is all a manifestation of Allah's immense power. From the day I sought the wealth of Allah's love and drank the cup of His passion, I have not been dependent on anyone. I do not know whether the money for this gift is lawful or unlawful. How can I accept it? Huzur, is this appropriate for me?" Hearing this, Hassan Basri remained silent. The wealthy man standing outside heard their entire conversation and returned without saying anything. Life of simplicity and devotion. Rabia Basri never married. From her youth until her last breath, she remained a virgin all her life. Once, the renowned Sufi saint Hazrat Sufyan Thawri, R.A., heard of her illness. He went to visit her and said, "If you pray to Allah once, He will surely remove your illness." Rabia replied, "Huzur Sufyan, do you not know whose will I am ill by?" Sufyan said, "Indeed, by Allah's will." Rabia said, "If I am ill by Allah's will, why should I pray for health against His will? Can a lover do anything against the will of their beloved?" Hearing this, Sufyan was astonished and did not speak on the matter. One day, her friend Malik Dinar came to visit her upon hearing of her illness. He saw Rabia lying on a grass mat with a brick as a pillow and a broken pitcher for drinking water. Seeing this, Malik Dinar felt great sorrow. He said, "I have several wealthy friends. If you permit, I can bring something from them." Rabia laughed and said, "Huzur Malik, do you think that I and these wealthy people have different providers of sustenance? Our sustainer is one. He who provides for the rich is equally merciful to the poor. Has he forgotten me and only thinks of the wealthy?" Hearing this, Malik Dinar remained silent. He had nothing more to say. An act of faith and generosity. One day, a few disciples of Hazrat Hassan Basri, R.A., came to Rabia Basri's house. At that time, by Allah's will, there were only 2 loaves of bread in Rabia's house. She saw that the guests were very hungry. Now the question was, how to distribute only 2 loaves among hungry guests. Rabia greeted the guests and kept them engaged in pleasant conversation while she pondered what to do. Then a guest said, "Is there anything to eat in your house? I am very hungry." Rabia was troubled, but it was here that it was proven that every problem has a solution with Allah. Just then, a beggar came to her door. Rabia, who had firm faith in Allah, gave both her loaves to the beggar. She believed that giving something in the way of Allah returns tenfold. The guests were annoyed in their hearts. They thought, "We have been sitting here for so long, and she gave us nothing." But when a beggar came, she gave him the loaves. Just then a girl came with a pile of loaves and a pot, saying, "My master's wife has sent this gift for you." Rabia counted the loaves. There were 18, but she was expecting 20 loaves, according to Allah's promise. In fact, the girl had hidden 2 loaves. Rabia understood this and said, "These loaves are not mine. Take them back." The guests were even more surprised. They thought, "We are hungry, and she is returning these loaves too." Then the girl took out the 2 hidden loaves and came back to Rabia with 20 loaves in total. This time, Rabia said, "Yes, these are my loaves." Then she ate with the guests, and the guests were also happy. After the meal, they asked about the secret of that incident. Rabia said, "When you came, I only had 2 loaves. Such a small amount was not enough to feed so many people. So I trusted in Allah and gave those loaves to the beggar, with the certainty that Allah would return tenfold." The guests were very impressed by her firm faith and departed. Trials and unwavering devotion. After this, Rabia fasted continuously for 7 days, which made her physically weak. There was nothing to eat in her house. This was another test of her faith. Just then, a person brought some food, but there was no light in the house. Rabia went to light a lamp. During this time, a greedy cat came and ate the food. Hungry Rabia thought of drinking water, but the water pitcher was also empty. She was forced to go outside in the dark to fetch water from the well. Due to her weak body, she fell on the way. Her foot was cut, and her hand was broken. Even in this pain, she did not give up her patience. She spread her prayer mat and stood in prayer. After the prayer, she raised both hands and prayed, "O Allah, do you wish to deprive me of your mercy? If I am deprived of your mercy, I have no objection, but do not distance me from your love." Tears flowed from her eyes. Then a voice came, "O Rabia, if you ask for worldly peace and comfort, I will give it to you, but then I will have to erase my love from your heart." Rabia became even stronger. She said, "O my Lord, I do not ask for anything worldly. I only ask for your love and your sight. Grant me that grace." After that, she increased her ascetic practices of fasting. Whenever she had the opportunity, she would fast. Love for Allah. Above all else, one day a man asked her, "Why do you hate Satan so much?" Rabia laughed and said, "I am so engrossed in the love of Allah that I do not have time to think about Satan. When I do not think about him, where will I find the opportunity to hate him?" Hearing this, the man pondered how anyone could be such a great lover of Allah. One night, a person saw Rabia Basri standing with water in her right hand and fire in her left. He asked, "What are you doing?" Rabia replied, "With fire, I will burn Allah's paradise, and with water, I will extinguish the fire of hell, so that no human being worships Allah out of greed for paradise or fear of hell. After eliminating paradise and hell, those who worship will be the true servants of Allah." Rabia's entire life was spent in simplicity and the love of Allah. She was miles away from the glamour of the world and sought only the closeness of Allah. Her story teaches us that true peace and contentment are only found in the love of Allah. Dear listeners, this was the story of Hazrat Rabia Basri. How did you find it? Please do share your thoughts. Stay well.